nikuchezeje? Wakati ningali na pumzi nitakuimbia, wakati ningali na pumzi nitakuimbia. Baba, 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 Bwana wangu nitakuimbia, wakati ningali na pumzi nitakuimbia, wakati ningali na pumzi nitakuimbia.
Baki ya Mungu, unabaki ya Mungu, unabaki ya
baba, baba tunakuita baba, baba tunakuita baba, baba tunakuita baba.
Hapa tuko na lazima yako,
Tuko na maajabu,
tuko na lazima yako,
Mungu wa maajabu.
leo tunakuita baba,
Mungu wa maajabu,
hapa mu makazi yetu,
Mungu wa maajabu,
hapa tuko na lazima yako,
Mungu wa maajabu,
muro yangu baba,
Mungu wa maajabu.
toyele loko tombola yetu,
Zambe yako yeba,
toyele loko kumisa yo,
zambe yako yeba,
toyele loko tombola yo,
zambe yako yeba.
hallelujah,
Est-ce qu'on peut acclamer?
hallelujah.
Shiko mawatu kamulela ngai gitaro yoko zongisa ngai esika bapimelaka nga na mobili. Si je savais ça. Bali Trading.
bolingo somisomida lolango na eba basusue ngai kwekende lokola liso olekanya we zongisa amonanga na congilate
C'est vrai.
okolo yo kozonga otia yango na mikro obelisa ngai mingi te okolia ngai seigneur
wana okolia ngai malamu.
bazuwa o lolango na yeba basusue ngai konzete ya mbila yoyoyo bombengo elekelaka wapi mbo bango bazwaka na matanga to na bafeti somisomi tokoluka ngai biso zelaka se ya nzambe mpo apesaka temple boni okopesanga manga mobesu papa basi bakanoli ye. Si je savais ça.
Amisie Maison Agile Vanamwanda.
Basuwa o bomengo na eba basusue ngai konzete ya pondu o aokotikinga na zemi monoko ekosenga tondolo na poko ekoluka ngai litonge papa kozangisa te.
Weya l'internet de Yaoundé.
nakokufaliwa ya ngongi ya nyoka babete balembe te nanya mibomba se mpo na yezu toyoka te o ebele bamibomba kaka se mpo ya bolingo e je savais ça.
Bavo Manoka Tabala Otombongo.
She's been here for 10 years. She's got 2 kids, boys. She lives in Tanzania. And I think that's all. I can remember.
Hello. I met Mama here, Superwoman. She's a mother of 5. And she's a grandmother to 9, and she came to Australia 2004, and she loves to enjoy life and no stress.
Thank you so much. So now we're going to move to our next table.
Hello.
Hello, Mama.
Yeah. Tunashukuru kwa siku ya leo. Yeah, we are thankful for today. Hapa tuko wa mama, tumekuja kucelebrate Women Day. na tunafurahi kwa kuwa tumekutana. Nimemkuta dada, tumekutana na dada hapa. Huyu ni Petit Sere ndani ya kikundi chetu cha Umoja ni Nguvu wa wamama. Naye katika kuongea, tumeongea naye, alikuja hapa Australia 2006. Hivi sasa ana miaka 14 mu Australia. Huyu dada ni mama iko strong woman, alizaa watoto 13. Na ndio maana namwambia yuko strong woman. Ana watoto 13, wa garso 9 na wafie 4. Tunafurahi sana, lakini bado ni mchanga kwa wajukuu. Eko na mjukuu mmoja, one grandchild. Na mimi pale ningali namwambia I'm your sister. Mie niko dada yako juu. Mie nilikuwa mbele yako Australia, niko na miaka 15. Unanishinda kwa watoto, mimi niko na watoto 8. Wewe uko big sister kwa watoto. Lakini kwa bayukulu, mie niko kambo wa bayukulu. Niko na 20 something. We are happy for all others. Yes. We are here to celebrate our day.
So I'll start again. Hi to everybody. In our table, we all mothers. So we all have children from 3 children to 6. And each of us, we come from Africa, Congo, and from 2016, from 2020, from 2000 to 2016. And we all working, some people work housekeeper, some people are in aged care industry, some people are at the church. So we all mixed. So that's it.
Yeah, we all mothers in here. We have Mama Anto. She's been in Australia for 10 years. She have 5 children. Then second one, she have no job. She doesn't work. Then we have Mama Rehema here. She have been here in Australia for 11 years, and she have 7 children. She's a nurse. Plus we have Mama Jabbar. She have 5 children as well, and she works as well in the hospital. She have been in Australia for 9 years, and I've been in Australia for 14 years, plus I'm a mother of 4 boys, and I'm a nurse too. Thank you.
I'm going to introduce Ethel. She's a mother of 2. She originally came from Nigeria and went to Canada, lived there for 15 years. She's here with 2 daughters and husband and family side of the husband. And she's got a sister. They love traveling the world. That's all I can tell you for now.
Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Veronica is from Harare, Zimbabwe, and she has 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls, and she is a nurse. She's also looking to expand her avenues as well, so looking into different business ventures. And yeah, I think that's about it. She's been in Australia for 18 years.
Son Excellence Ndombasi.
Bazua, libengana eba bazuzwa, ngai konzete ambonu, ao koti kingana zeni. ekosenga ntondolo na poko ekoluka ngai.
My name is Ethel Osazua, and I'll be leading the discussion today to have conversations about women and what's happening in our society and what we would like to see happen in terms of women in the future. And I have here with me Loi. She'll be interpreting the whole time. Sorry, I don't speak Swahili or French, so we'll be going back and forth. Let's start with Miss Elite Zahinda, and I would ask you to introduce yourself, please. You can sit. No, that's okay.
Jambo, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Elite or Elite. Whatever comes out is fine. I am the eldest of 3 children. In terms of myself, it's a little bit hard sometimes to know where to start. But I'm a social worker by trade, so I'm currently working with women, a lot of women at the moment. So that I absolutely love. I love being surrounded by women, love to see their strengths, love to see areas we can work towards in terms of getting better, not just for women within the African communities, but also women from outside of our communities, because we can learn so much from everyone. So that is me, that is my name, and that is, I guess, what I do. So I'm really happy to be here among everyone, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys and having these discussions with everyone as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And I forgot to add something. I do have a surprise for you all. If you could please say what you love the most about being a woman, and then when you finish, you pass it on. Each person introduce themselves.
What I love the most about being a woman is that we shape the world. And sometimes we think that we don't have enough power because we compare ourselves to men sometimes. And sometimes we compare ourselves to other women, but we have so much power in the sense that we shape the world. When we give birth to children, we get the chance to shape who they become. I was shaped a lot by my mother and my grandparents and my aunties, of course my uncles as well, but they shaped the person that I am today. And I'm so proud of, the work that they've done. So in terms of what I love about women, the power that we have in shaping the world.
Thank you. Hello, 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 everyone. Women, oye! Oye! Women, oye! Oye! I love this. Women, we are a closed book. We are dynamic. And the most thing I like is we rule the world. Yeah. Yes, I know the men, they are the head of the family, but we rule behind the scenes. I love to see women having an equal opportunity, and I love women to feel that they are complete on their own. You don't need to have a man. Yes, men, they are necessary for our lives. I'm not saying you don't have to have men. I'm saying feel that you are complete on your own. And, okay, I started with the end. So I am from Zimbabwe. I'm the vice chairperson for SICOSA, Zimbabweans in South Australia. And I love business. I love connecting with different people. I love seeing everyone going from strength to strength. I think that's what I can say. Now, if you want me to say something, let me know, because I've gone to my end.
You said just enough. Thank you very much, Veronica. And next we have Kathy Lumena. If you could please introduce yourself and tell us what you love the most about being a woman.
Hello, my name is Alima Kathy Lumena. People knows me by all those names. One of the volunteers in the community as one of the leaders. I work together with other ladies here in the community to raise our women's Congolese group. I have 3 children, and one of them is here, the firstborn, Elite. The 2 others are not here. So I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm also a friend, and I like being a woman. Even though we go through a lot of trouble as
Even though we go through a lot of trouble as women, we are strong. Because if we talk to each other here, you can hear all kind of like trauma and bad stories that people went through, but we are still here. We are surviving. We came from Africa and everywhere. We went through a lot of things, but we are still here. We came here already grown up and we're over our 20s and 30s, and we came here with no English. But we went to school, we are learning some English, we are studying, we are working. So I'm really proud of every single achievement that every single woman has made in this country. Even if you speak one sentence of English, be proud of that, because that was not your language from back home. So be proud of what you have done. Don't be scared and just try to do your best. Push yourself as much as you can. Find support in the community. There's a lot of people that can support you when you need support. Don't be shy. Meet with other ladies, and that's how we connect, and that's how we support each other. We give each other encouragement to do more. So I can say, just being in this country, being new and learning new language and studying and working and raising children where you have no family supports like back home, I think we have done very well, and so I think we are the champion. So I think you can clap for yourself.
Kwa jina naitwa Halima Lumena, ni mama, tena ni mke, ni mzazi, ni mtoto, ni rafiki. Niko mmoja wa viongozi kwenye community ya wamama, na napenda kwanza kuwapongeza kwa nguvu ya wanawake. Mara nyingi tunaona kama hatuna nguvu, lakini tuna nguvu, kwa sababu kama tukiongelea mambo ambayo tumepitia kama wamama, mtaona ni mengi tumepitia na bado tunasimama. Hata ukiongea sentence moja ya Kiingereza ujipongeze, kwa sababu sio lugha yenu wala sio lugha yetu. Wanawake tunaweza, and that's pretty much it. Ndio hiyo.
Thank you. So what I've gotten so far is that women obviously rule the world, and women are champions, which is great. We start off with our first question. Obviously, I'll be speaking to the panelists, but it would be great if every one of you could also just think about the question and reflect on your own as well. And at the end, if you're interested in contributing, you definitely get an opportunity to do so.
Kuna maswali tofauti ambayo tutauliza jioni kwa hao ambao wako hapa mbele, na kama na wewe unabidi ufikirie kuhusu haya maswali, kwa sababu baadaye kama una kitu cha kuchangia unaweza ukachangia.
So we start off, what does an equal future look like to you as a woman in today's modern society? So I'll start off with you, Veronica.
Swali ya kwanza ni kuhusu usawasawa. Kwa sisi wa Kongomani tunasema egalite. Unaona inamaanisha nini kwetu kwenye hii dunia ambayo tunayoishi?
For me, in my opinion, equal opportunity is whereby we are given equal, sort of equal with men. We know that there are so many things that women cannot do, not because they are incapable of doing it, but because the society has shaped a girl and a woman to say that you are a person who should not be seen outside doing some stuff. You just need to be in the kitchen, and you just need to do the little things. But in my opinion, I think in the modern society, I would like to see women having equal opportunities with men in terms of education, being able to do your own, to follow your passion, to do interest. Because there are some jobs that were destined for women, like we can see if we look at nursing, I think teaching is a bit balanced, but nursing, you find it's more of women. And if you go to engineering or you go to artisan jobs, you find it's men. If you find a woman there, people will be looking like, oh, you are not in the right place. Long ago, there were even jobs like being a judge, being a lawyer, being a scientist. Women were not allowed. In some societies, they would be allowed to present something, but there would be a man there. But in my own opinion, I think when we get that opportunity where we can express ourselves, where we can do as much as we can, myself, I find that we are as intelligent as men. Maybe sometimes we are a bit more because we can do a lot of things in one thing and we can learn things easily. I also think that if in leadership, most of the times you find in leadership there's lots of men. Women, they are very few. You might be in the leadership. If you are not strong enough, they weaken you there. You won't say anything. You'll be just sitting there. So I want where women are given opportunities, even in parliament, where they just talk freely like men does. I was just looking at Julia Gillard the other time. She was being ridiculed. People were looking into little details to make sure that they pull her down. So this is what is happening with us women. So we tend to hide by being quiet, and we call it being submissive. But I think it's not being submissive. We need just to be assertive. We need to know what we want to do. We need to talk. We need to, to communicate as women. I think, in my opinion, we are getting there. If I look back, I think we are getting there. We are not yet there. We are still talking about equal opportunities. We are still talking about gender equality. It means we are not yet there, but we are getting there.
Interpret.
Okay. Kwangu mimi usawasawa wala egalite, unajua kwenye society yetu unaona kuna makazi ambayo wanawake ndo wanaambiliwa hii ni ya wanawake, kama vile kuwa nurse, zamani kama vile kuwa mwalimu. Lakini kwangu kukua usawasawa ni kuona kwamba tunafika hatua ambayo wanawake wanapewa fursa inawa kufanya makazi kama vile kuwa wajaji, kuwa maloya, kuwa maengineer, kwa sababu kwangu binafsi naamini kwamba wanawake wana akili nyingi na tunaweza tukafanya vitu vizuri. Unakuta sehemu kama mwanamke ndio mkubwa, unakuta watu wanaanza angalia vitu ili wamshushe. Kwa mfano, kuna siku nilikaa nikaangalia kuhusu ule mama ambaye alikuwa kiongoza anaitwa Julia Gillard, mnamfahamu. Watu walikuwa wakimwingilia zaidi, kuna vitu vidogo tu ili mradi wamshushe chini. Kwangu mimi naona kwamba tunaelekea pale, lakini bado inatakiwa tuchukue hatua nyingi zaidi ili kuendelea, ili kuona wanawake nao wafanye makazi kama vile kuwa engineer, kama vile kuwa hakimu, kama vile lawyer. In short.
Thank you, Loy. Thank you very much, Veronica. I do agree. There are some roles where the male are a lot more dominant, and others where women, it's predominantly women. Unfortunately, that's not what we want to see in society, but that's the reality that we live in. I was reading recently where a lot of the sciences, mathematics, it's when it comes to getting the highest education in PhD, it's predominantly women. 60% of people who get their PhD in those fields, they're women. But when you come to the actual industry, when you go in to see who's a professor, who's working in the science lab, it's men. Because a lot of those women, when they do end up having kids, they decide to focus on the kids and then ignore what their career passion is. A lot of them not by choice, obviously, because society, we ridicule them and say, oh, you're a woman, what are you doing working when you're supposed to take care of your kids? But we shouldn't let that obviously bring us down. We still need to follow our passion. Yes, it's good to care for your family. They're number one priority, but at the same time, if you have other things that make you happy, forget about what society would say. It's your internal happiness that really, really matters at the end of the day. So don't be afraid to follow your dreams, no matter how old you are. no matter how young you are, anything is possible if you truly put your mind to it and you're passionate about it. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Binafsi naamini kwamba wanawake wanaweza. Kuna research ambayo nilikuwa nikisoma, wanasema kwa wakifanya ile kuru ya matematiki, unakuta wanawake ambao wanafanya ile PhD, yani level kuu uko chuo kikuu wala university, unakuta zaidi %60 au 60% ni wanawake ndo wanafanya vizuri kushinda wanaume. Lakini sasa cha kushangaza ni kwamba wakipata kazi unakuta wanaume ndo wanapata kazi kuliko hao wamama ambao wanafanya zaidi na hao wanaume. Kwangu binafsi ningepanda kuwapatia moyo kwamba ni vizuri kukua na familia na kuwaweka kama vile kitu chako cha kwanza, lakini ukikuwa moyoni mwako unaona unajihisi kama kuna kitu unapenda ufanye, ningekuambia kwamba ni vizuri uchukue hiyo hatua, uendelee na usiangalie sana ambao watu wanasema societe wala jamii. Kama una kitu, kama unasema nitafanya hiki, ubebe hiyo ukue shujaa na kufanya hiyo mambo.
Thank you. So what I really love about this panel, obviously, is the diversity of the women, incredible women we have in front of us. Now we'll hear from a young lady, Elite. What does an equal future look like to you in today's modern society?
Thank you. So for me, like I said before, being raised up by my aunties, my mom, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, I was surrounded by women, and I saw what women did. In terms of an equal society, an equal world, and what that looks like for us now, it's about equal opportunities, like Veronica said. It is also about acknowledgement. So the opportunities are there sometimes that we don't have enough access to, but it's very important that we have and we are able to access some of these. And not only that, but also take risks as women. Take risks as women to take on these opportunities. For me, it's very important, and from what I've seen, whether it's like, Alima said before, there's a lot of us here that have gone through so many things. There's a lot of risks that have been taken, little things that might seem so big, but learning languages, that have then created a space for us to be able to move into roles, doing different jobs. So it's a lot about not just the opportunities being there, but us also as women accessing them in order for us to have an equal level with men. But also in terms of risks, it's about us speaking out. So like Veronica said again, which was a really good point, with women we generally are much quieter than men, and when we speak up we're seen as being disrespectful, we're seen as being too loud and too this and too that. But it is very important that we are able to voice ourselves, because what I can say, what a man can say, I also can say. I have a voice just as much as they are. Of course, today is not about putting men down. It's not about, making them seem as though they're the villains. It's definitely not. But it's about realizing that we are also able to voice our opinions. We are able to take on opportunities. We are able to have, we should take this, have access to the similar things that they do, if that makes sense. And voicing your opinion, voicing your stand on something is not you being rude. Unless you're doing it in a rude way, then that's just being rude. But it is not being rude, basically.
Thank you very much.
Kwangu mimi usawasawa ni kuwa kwamba sisi kwanza tunaishi kwenye jamii ambayo inasema mwanamke akiongea, yani uko ukosefu wa adabu. Tuko jamii ambao wanapenda wanawake wawe wasio wa kusema. Kwangu mimi kwa usawasawa itakuwa kwamba kama uko mwanamke inatakiwa uongee mambo yako kuhusu sauti yako nayo isikike na wengine, ujue kwamba kuna fursa wala opportunity huko ambayo na wewe unaweza ukafanya. kwangu mimi ni kufanya mambo ambayo wanaume nao wanaweza wakafanya, kwa sababu tumepitia vingi na tumevitambuka. Na tena usawasawa kwangu ni kupata ile fursa ambayo pia wanaume wanapata na kujituma na kuacha sauti yako isikiki, na sio kusikia wale wanaosema ukisema yani uko empoli, yani unakosa adabu.
Thank you very much, Loy and Elite. What I really took away from your comment is bringing women, being a woman and wanting an equal future doesn't mean bringing men down. Here, a lot of us, like myself, I'm very traditional. I could be at least sometimes, but I know we have a lot of traditional aunties here tonight who would say, oh, why should we empower women? Oh, so they could fight their husbands, so they could get divorced from their husband? That's not the purpose of empowering women. Okay, it's just to build up our courage so we can be someone greater. We can be identified away from our husband. You shouldn't call me by my husband's name or by my child's name. My name is Ethel, and I would love to be called Ethel, not Mwambia, because my daughter's name is Mbia. So for me, and what she has just said, maybe it's our generation, but just saying I want to be empowered, I want to have that courage, doesn't mean I want to bring down my husband, or I want to bring down men in the society. It's a matter of us working together as one that would make society even better and an equal future for us all.
Definitely. Kwangu mimi ni kuwakumbusha kwamba tukiongelea kama egalite wala usawasawa kati ya mwanamke na mwanaume, sisemi eti tuko hapa ili tuwakokote wanaume chini ili si tuwe juu yao wala wao juu yetu. Ni ile ni kukuwa na ile niko naongelea balance, kuwa usawasawa. Sio aseme tunakwambia eti ukwe juu ya mume wako ili wende nje kule wande fanya divorce. Ni jambo ya kusapotiana, mimi na kusapoti na wewe unanisapoti.
Thank you very much, and we'll hear from our Mama Kathy.
Oh, so can you repeat the question?
Oh yeah, of course, sorry. What does an equal future look like to you as a woman in today's modern society? And you could give examples from the past where you're coming from back home, because a lot of people may be able to relate as well.
I think for my experience, I came from a background where women were lesser than men, and we grew up in that culture and we kind of like accept it as a normal thing. But somehow I just never liked that idea of boys being special than girls in the house. We all believe that, we all accept that, but we don't really believe that men are so superior to us, that girls are definitely not smart because they are just girls. We don't believe that. It's just because the society forces us to believe that, especially where we came from. But I believe if I'm talking about change in our society, in our modern society, I would like to see that to happen in a society like Western countries. If I see equal pay, I'll say we have reached a great level, because if in a developed country we still have like a big gap between the salary that a man gets and what a woman gets, I think we still have a lot to do. We still have a lot of work to do to reach that equality. So can you imagine if in a country like Australia we still have a gap in a salary between men and women? Can you imagine now back home in Africa where women don't really have rights at all? They talk about it, but they don't practice it. Families still live in that inequality in the house where you see boys are more respected. And the sad thing about it, you see women supporting these ideas. This is why, dear ladies, can we try to change things? Can we ladies that have been a bit educated here try to change the way we treat our children, the girls in the house? Can we stop telling our girls that do this for your brother, he's a boy, you a girl, so do it for him? Can we stop telling our daughters that, we have this saying in our language, in Swahili, they say, diploma ya mwanamke inaishiaga kumafika. That means whatever qualification you get as a girl, you end up in the kitchen. Can we stop saying that, please? Your girl is a smart person just like the boy. So if she's going to school and get qualification and study very hard, it's not to end up in the kitchen. Yes, if she wants to get married, she can get married. She can end up in the kitchen looking after her family, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to be a pilot or a judge or a lawyer or a teacher or a nurse. She can still work and also be in the kitchen. Our destination is not the kitchen. Our destination is to do what makes us feel happy. Yeah. I love cooking, and I'm a firstborn of 10 children, so I spend my entire life cooking. I love cooking. But still, I love also working, making money, where I can bring in the house and also help my husband with the expenses. So I'll do my best to study whatever I can study, work, and also bring money home, also cook. I can do both. Yes. So can you please tell your daughters that you are capable of doing whatever you can do in life? And also, if you want to get married, you be also in the kitchen and with your kids, that's okay. But that's not the only thing that you came to achieve in this world. I think that's how I say it. So equal pay, equal opportunity, and equal respect. I think that's what I can say.
Kwangu mimi aliongelea kwamba kunakuta tunaishi kwenye nchi kama Australia ambayo imeendelea, lakini bado wanawake wanalipiwa pesa kidogo kushinda wanaume. Bado sasa kama ile inatokea hapa Australia, imagine kwenye sisi tunatoka Afrika kule ambapo watu hawana hata droit yoyote. Yeye anasema usawasawa kwake ni kwanza iko na ombi. Kama wamama inabidi muache kuambia watoto kwamba watoto wa kike hawako sawasawa na watoto wa wanawake. Anasema alikomalishiwa familia ya watoto 10, lakini ulikuwa ukikuta mahali wanawaambia kwamba wanawake hawana akili, wanawake wako chini. Hiyo sio ukweli. Wanawake wako na akili, wako smart, lakini ni society ambayo jamii wala society ambayo tunayoishi ndo imetuma sisi tunaanza kuamini kwamba kweli wanawake hawana akili wala hawawezi. Na ingine inayohuzunikisha zaidi ni kuona kuna wanawake ambao wanasaidia wanaume nao kutia wanawake chini. Utakuta mama yuko na mtoto anamwambia education diplome ya mwanamke inaishiaka mu mafiga. Mwanamke anaweza kuwa mafiga na anaweza kuwa pilot na anaweza kuwa jije na that's pretty much it. Ndo yangu hiyo changizo.
Thank you, Loy. Thank you very much, Kathy. Yes to equal pay for sure. And for the women out here and for young girls, mothers, please, your young girls look up to you so much. It may look like they rebel against you, against what you tell them, but deep down inside, and we always say, I remember when I was younger, I don't want to be like my mom. I don't want to raise my kids like my mom. I hate what she does. She's so African. I don't want to be African. But now that I'm a mother, guess what? Everything my mom does, everything I saw my mom doing, that's what I'm doing. But then I'm also tweaking it to be a bit more modern, to things that are not so backwards, like encouraging my daughter to let her know that she could be anything she wants in this world. We want to, like Elite said, take risk. We want to give her opportunity as much as we can. Whatever she decides to do, she wants to become a mechanic, that's her choice. At least we give her the opportunity to become a mechanic or to become anything she wants. So please, encourage our daughters. Let's be positive role models for them because they're the future.
Definitely. Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to add as well, and I think this is very important. This is probably something that we hear all the time, but for me, and a lot of maybe people around our age, we watch you mothers and we watch you aunties. What you guys do and what you guys say is very, very important to us. What we see you say and what you do, if it doesn't match up, we say, there's something wrong here. So if, let's say, Mama Kati were to say, do this. This is what, you know, is the expectation. And then when I watch her life, and it's not matching up. Anything that she says after that, I will start questioning. I'll start thinking, this lady, what she's told me versus what she actually does is not the same. So I'll move on to the next person. And the person that I feel like I'm going to get a lot from, and sometimes it can be positive, sometimes it can be negative. That's who I will listen to. So I just want to, you know, encourage, you know, my aunties and my mothers, all you guys in the room, what you do and what you say is very, very important to us. We do take it on and we do watch and we do observe. No pressure, but please, I'm just encouraging you as well to continue to do what you say you're going to do. Like we talked about taking risks. When I see a mother take risks, I'm like, that's awesome. That is a lady I can talk about in our meetings at work. That is a lady I can talk about when I'm talking, you know, when I'm talking about something positive from my community. That is something for me that I find is so important. When actions do not match up to words, I start, you know, something fishy is happening. So for me, yeah, it's very important for people to actually do what it is that they say. And I look up to women that that are positive, that are a positive contribution towards our society. So that's just my addition.
Thank you. I agree. Elita alikuwa akiongelea kwamba wazazi, mashangazi, watu kwenye community uwaga tunawaangalia gisi mnaongea, gisi mnafanya. Amwezi mkatuambie fanya hiki na action zako aziendani na maneno yako. Kama sisi watoto, na Ethel naye aliongelea akasema alivyokuwa mdogo mamake akifanya kitu anasema siwezi kuwa kama mamangu, iko sana kiafrika. Ameshakuwa mama na anafanya vile ambavyo mama yake alikuwa akifanya, lakini anaibadilisha njia ili isikuwe sana mambo ya kurudisha familia yake nyuma, ili kuwe mambo ya kuendeleza. Kisha Elita naongezea anasema wanawake inabidi ile kuchukua risk, yani what's the word? Mujitume. Sio kwamba unasema utajituma lakini haujitume uko pale. Kwa yeye akiona kama vile mama anaongelea hiki lakini anafanya kitu ambavyo haviendani, atafuata mtu mwingine ambaye anaongea mambo ambayo yeye anasikia. Kama anaona kuna mtu ambaye amejisukuma wala ile kuchukua risk, ataenda ongelea na ule mtu kwa sababu ile ina match mambo ambayo amesema. Sio unasema A unafanya Z. Kama unafanya unasema A na action zako zote ziende na A. Ile naeleweka.
Thanks, Loy. All right. So, as part of this year's International Women's Day theme is choose to challenge. Okay? Where there is challenge, there is change. So, I would like to pose a question this time. This is the last bit for the sake of time. To not just the panelists, I would love to hear from everyone here. Apologies, I don't think everyone in here is African. Are you? No? All right, we claim them. All right. So for the sake, just in case for those who are not African as well, that's fine. But what I want to ask, I would also like for those of you in the audience to contribute as well. How can you contribute to the equal future that we all want to see? So you can take a pledge. What do you think you can do? And this could be just in your household. You don't have to think of the society. If you're a working mother or a working young lady, share what would you like to see? What would you like to do differently? It could be in your household, in your community, if you're a leader, or even if not. Or it could be just society, internationally. So the question, what would you like to see, or how would you like to contribute? Sorry, how would you like to contribute to the equal future that you would like to see?
Kwa vile muda unatukimbia, kuna swali ya wote kwa jumla, na swali nauliza hivi, nini ambacho wewe kama mwanamama, mwanamke unaweza ukafanya ambayo itachangia kwa maendeleo ya watu, wanawake na wanaume? Ile inaeleweka wa mama? Wa mama mpo? Mpo?
So they understand? Yes. All right, so this time obviously we'll start with Kathy.
For me, my contribution will be working closely with my community, something that I really love. So working in the community and trying to use whatever skill that I have or knowledge that I have, share with the ladies together and see how we can start making some changes, positive changes in our community and take it to our families. Why not maybe later take it far to the higher level? I think that's what I can do.
Kwangu changizo ya kwangu ni kutumika na wamama kwenye jamii yetu wala mcommunity ili tubadilishane ile mawazo kama vile amesema skills, ujuzi ninayo tuchangize na mimi vile kubadilishana mawazo na ujuzi skills kwa wamama kwenye community wala kwenye jamii yangu. Hiyo ndio yake yeye. Yeah, mama, sharing ideas with community. Okay.
Thank you very much. Community contribution is very important. Those many projects, many programs that you guys put up for women, children, and other vulnerable groups definitely makes a big difference in achieving equal opportunity for women. Thank you. And next we'll hear from Veronica.
For me, I would like to contribute in terms of not just doing what women would do. In addition, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to be doing. But I want to tweak it a little bit. I don't want to be like my mother, not my mother, I mean their generation. Like when I think I was 10 years old, and we were back home. We were living in a country area, and I was just saying to my siblings, I'm not gonna be like my mom because she goes to the field, she harvests, and then she rests, and then she waits for the rain. I'm not gonna do that. And they were just laughing, and they just thought I was a little girl, even though it was long ago where girls were just there to be in the kitchen and to do the chores while the boys are there. But I maintained my momentum. I continued to aspire myself to say, I want to be different. I don't want to be just sitting. Yes, I'm a woman, but I still have the same brains with the men. And I decided to take risks. I decided not to be pulled back. Yes, through my life, if I tell you my story, you might wonder, how did you get here? But I decided to motivate myself. I decided not to be affected by the things happening outside myself. I would encourage myself, so I decided to educate myself. I wanted to do business because that was my primary thing. But because of situation, I couldn't do it. I ended up being a nurse, but thanks God. God knew that I was supposed to be here in Australia, because if I had done business, probably I was not gonna be here. So I came here as a nurse, and then I did some studies. I did ICU, I did mental health, I did cognitive behavioral therapy. Why am I doing this? I'm trying to see where can I place myself. Right now, I know I've got so many places that I can go. I know I can do business, because I have knowledge of things, different things. Along the way, I came here, the first thing I thought, am I going to be able to go outside without getting lost? But now I can do things. I was talking to Ethel and say, Ethel, I am here now looking around to see where can I get some monies. I know I contribute a lot here in Australia as a woman, as a foreign lady. I contribute a lot, so I also want to benefit. But when I benefit, my intention for getting more money is to be able to help my other fellow ladies who are not in a position to help themselves. I'm there to be, I would like to help the community in general, the Australian community, because I have told myself, yes, I come from Africa, but I am no longer really African. I'm living here, so I need to contribute positively here. So this is what I'm telling you, my sisters. We can do exploits. We can do anything we want. We can do business. I know my friends were saying, oh, business here in Australia, what can you do? It's so difficult. How can you penetrate the market? I have done it. I've managed to do a nursing agency, and it has just started a little bit. We're just starting, but we are somewhere. So I'm encouraging you, my sisters, even those who haven't started going to school, don't tell yourself we are old. You are never old. You still have times to work. You still have time to learn. When you go learning, you meet a lot of people. You understand the society, and you build yourself to be motivated, and you don't feel sorry for yourself.
You're right. We never stop learning until the day we die. There are so many opportunities out there. If you have great ideas, there are organizations that are interested in supporting your great idea and making it come to life. Don't be afraid to take opportunities. Take risk. Very important. Take risk. Oh, one thing.
Just one thing to encourage you. You know, I hadn't told my children what I was doing, but I was doing, like, these days there's a Bitcoin. I know some people have heard about Bitcoin, some people have heard about Forex exchange, but because my children thought my mom would not do that, so I did it. And as I was getting reward, I just posted to the family group, and there was my name. Then they say, Mom, we are doing Bitcoin. Oh, I'm getting into it. So let's encourage our children.
Changizo yangu kwa kuendelea kusapoti society ni kwanza alisema alivyokuwa mtoto alijiambia sitaki kuwa kama mama yangu, sitaki kuwa kama hii generation ya mama zangu. Alijituma, alijua kwamba wanaume wana akili vile na yeye ana akili. Alijituma, alitaka kufanya business, lakini akafanya business, akafanya nursing. Ili lengo yake tu siku moja afanye business. Na ameshafanya kazi kadhaa, hiyo yote mradi afikie malengo yake. Amesema kwamba vile malengo yake ilikuwa business, lakini anaenda akafanya nursing. Kwa sasa hivi ameshakuwa na organization kama ile inaeleweka, ameshakuwa na business ya nursing ya agency yeye ndio, na hiyo yote imechukua, amepitia hapa amepitia pale, lakini kwa ile lengo alisema inabidi nifanye kitu, sitakuwa kama ule jamii inasema niwe, nitakuwa kama ule ambayo mimi nataka nikuwe. Yeah.
Thank you. And now we'll hear from Elite.
Contribution? Yeah. So in terms of my contribution, I wish I could do business. I'm not a business head at all, to be able to provide those opportunities. But I guess in terms of my contribution, like I said, I love working with women. I like working with communities. For me, my contribution is more towards the youth that I work a lot with, not as part of my employment, but outside of that. It would be probably about sharing opportunities that I become aware of. So whether that is employment opportunities, training opportunities, just anything that comes out that I become aware of, making sure that other people are actually aware of them as well, so that it is then out of my hands, it is then now in their hands. Whether they want to take that opportunity or not, it's completely up to them. It is completely their choice because that information is out there. And I know that some of us are in the Congolese community group chat. I would always encourage, if you become aware of something, share it. If you become aware of a job, share it, because you never know. There might be an auntie out there, a sister out there, a brother out there, a father out there who is looking for that job, who is looking for that opportunity. So for me, in terms of my contribution, I will share what the knowledge or share the information that becomes available to me to make sure that someone else out there can benefit from it if possible. If not, that's all right. Nothing's wasted.
Nothing is ever wasted. They say information is influence, so that's good.
Kwangu mimi ni changizo langu kwenye jamii yetu ni kutumika na vijana wa kama vile tunaita wa youth au bajene, na ni kuchangia tu ile ujuzi ambayo niliyokuwa nayo kama vile information chochote kile ambacho mimi najua na kuchangia na wengine. Ndio maana hata kwenye group yetu ya wamama waga naambia watu kama kuna kazi umeiona nje, julisha wengine, kwa sababu kunaweza kukawa mama, baba, mjomba, shangazi hapo nje ambaye anatafuta kazi. Ndio hiyo.
Thank you, Loy. All right, I know as women we'll have important things to say. We'll be wrapping up now, but I do thank you. I do want this to be a bit more engaging, so I would like to hear from a couple of tables. Just as African women, as African women, how can we contribute to the equal future that we wish to see?
Kama vile wanawake wa Kiafrika tunaweza tukafanya nini ili kuchangia kwa maendeleo ya jamii wala wa mama?
Thank you. So who would like to contribute? I know you all have burning things to say, at least about our husbands. Great.
I think for me, it's all about, I love doing things that people tell me as a woman I shouldn't do. If anyone tells me as a woman I shouldn't do this, I'm more likely to do that thing, even if it makes people upset. I like to keep people's opinions in mind, but at the end of the day, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And if anyone has a problem with that, then that is their problem.
Thank you very much for your contribution. I would love to hear from some aunties. Oh, there you go. I was expecting you to speak, so yes, can't wait to hear what you have to share with us.
What I can say is to have trust in yourself, measure your capacity, your potentiality, and don't let one to stop your dream. Sometimes you can dream to do something, but when you start, someone start to tell you, you can't do this, you can't do this. Look, look, this person started, but he didn't go anywhere. But you be yourself. Have trust in yourself. Have trust in what you are doing. Don't let someone to distracted you. Yeah, it's that I can say.
Thank you very much, Faraja. I really wish you were part of the panel, maybe next year. Anybody else? Yeah, we'll hear from one last person. And so make sure you share something very exciting with us. Yes, I know you will.
Jambo wa mama nyote. Yeah, I'd like to share something of experience I had when I arrived in Australia. It was after 1 year when I went at TEF to do my Certificate 3 in Children's Services. And I remember I mentioned this to one of, I used to call her a friend. You know what she said? She said that, oh, so money, centering's money that you are receiving, you are just giving it away. Why can't you just eat that money and take care of your kids? I look at her, I say, well, I've got money from centering and they are expecting from me in the future. And to come to Australia, I never pay even a single cent to come to Australia. So after a few years, what do you expect me to contribute? I need to contribute something. So when I finished, within a year, I got a job straight away. Then this person, I went to her, I said, well, I got a job, and that $2,000 that I spent, I got it in returns, even double. So imagine it was 2012 when I did my Certificate 3, then 2013 I did my Certificate 3 again in disability and aged care as well. And the person was still sitting down, and my kids was there growing. I was taking care of my kids and sometimes getting skills. Yeah. So my encouragement towards women is that don't listen what people will say. Don't pull yourself down. Just take a step and take a challenge. So another thing is that I remember when my mom used to tell me no girls can climb trees. Then I said, why? My question was why? A boy can climb, why me? I've got 2 legs. I'm capable to do it. Why not? So that is in Africa, I remember how many years back. But here I can see ladies driving a truck. I can see ladies, they are doing many different jobs. So we've got equal opportunities, we have a free of speech. Women can speak in a parliament, which in our culture, when we abide under our culture, we say, oh, no women can speak in front of men. Why not? Don't discourage yourself. Just encourage our young people, especially when they're still young, to develop their skills. You never know who they may turn into. You never know who they may become in the future. So just support kids, because working with children is my career, let me say that. And you can see, this year you can say young child or a young girl, but you don't know within 10 years who will be. So my contribution is that take a chance, take a risk, and you can do it.
That was perfect. Thank you very much. Yes, so what's echoing here in the whole conversation today is that you should never be afraid to take risk. Yes. And another thing for us as women is to encourage each other. Don't bring down another woman. I know it's easier to bring someone down than to lift them up, but it's always better to encourage someone else. It means so much when I hear from another woman and tell you're doing a great job. Let's encourage each other. Let's connect each other to services available so we can all benefit. I want to see us all winning. I want to see every African woman doing great things in our communities, in our societies. So support is very important to each and every one of us, at least to the young people. So let's support each other, connect each other as much as we can, and don't be afraid to take risk. If anything you take out of today's session, take risk to better your life. And not only are you making better, you're making the life of your kids better, you're making the life of your family in Africa and other parts of the world better, and you're making women all over the world proud. All right? Thank you, ladies, for listening, and I'll pass it on to Shona.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm Eve, and I work with STARS, and for the past, I think, 4 months, we've been doing a sewing program with the Congolese women, and these women have been showing so much. They've been attending every session. We've had about 8 to 10 women attending almost every session, and I can see some of the women here, Mama Sylvie, Mama Annie, and Mama Darema as well, and other women as well. Sorry, you want to translate? Oh, this two. No, it's this one. This one, okay. And also I think this fits quite well with the theme of today, which is achieving equality for women. Is that the theme? Yeah. And the aim of this project, it actually started because of COVID-19. So I attended a meeting with the Congolese women, and we wanted to do something that would help minimize the impact that COVID-19 was having on the well-being of Congolese women. And so people that attended the meeting they said that they wanted to do some sewing group. So we started working on the sewing group. Honestly, on the first day that it was meant to start, I was really scared that no one was going to turn up. But we had like 9 women that came, which was really amazing.
So, kwa jina naitwa Ethel na nilikuwa napenda kuongelea programu ya kushona ili tulianza miezi 4 iliyopita. So tuko napata wanamke I think 6 to 8 turning up. And ilianza wakati ya COVID, kuna kikao yenye niliattend na tukajiuliza ni jinsi gani tunaweza tukainvolve wanamke Na ukiona theme ya leo, message ya leo ni kuhusiana usawasawa kati ya wanaume na wanawake. So ndio tukaanzisha programu ya kushona, na kuna mama ambao wenyewe wanaenda kama hivyo. So mama anaenda
Mama Sylvie
and others.
Nice. And also I wanted to talk about the aim of the project. So the aim of the project was to provide a safe space and a safe environment where women can come and meet with shared values and beliefs as well. There's so many sewing projects out there in different community centers, but a lot of our women don't attend those projects because of some of the stuff that they experience. So we wanted a space that would be safe for our women to come and mingle with each other and talk to each other, and also just get outside of their homes, because as Congolese women, I'm sure you understand. I have a Congolese mom, and your moms as well, you understand. They spend so much time, just trying to take care of their husbands, their families, the children, and they forget that they also matters as well. They forget that in order to take care of their children and their husbands, they need to take care of themselves. And it's just that little 2 hours or 3 hours that we spend where they can just come and be themselves without children around or just to give them that time to sit down and reflect, while also actually learning really important skills as well, which is sewing. And I'm sure you can see all these African clothes that people are wearing today. They were all made by someone, and it cost a lot of money to make. So imagine if 2 or 3 of these women that attend, or all of them, were able to master the skills of sewing, and hopefully one day they can also be able to open their own stores as well, or even get money from sewing as well. That would be the literal definition of women empowerment. So I really, that is my end goal for this project. I would like to see 1 or 2 women, or everyone really, trying to make something out of it. Even if the project ends, I would like to hear someone enroll in TAFE and continue with the sewing. And maybe I'll be coming to you guys to do my African clothing, so I won't have to go to anyone else.
So lengo ya programu ilikuwa ku create space ya wamama kukutana, mnaongea, mnajadiliana, na vile vile kujifunza jinsi ya kushona. Kwa sababu ukiangalia tema ngoje sio wote tunavaa laumu, ni ilitengenezwa na mtu mmoja. So ukimagine hapo wamama wenye wanaenda kwa hii programu bakijifunza jinsi ya kushona, then itakuwa maybe less expensive, na maybe siku moja watafungula hata masoko, wanakuwa na shonea wengine watu, and in that way wanakuwa na income. Ingine lengo ilikuwa ni kwamba mama mingi tuna spend a lot of time kwa nyumba, kuangalia watoto, kuangalia mama yetu, kupiga na kuclean. Atuweke na ile muda eti acha nitoke kwanza for 2 hours just for myself, yani kujiangalia mimi. Na ndio maana hii space na hii program ni nzuri sana. It's only like 2 hours, unaenda clear your mind and una meet wengine mama wenyewe au ndio wawe kuwaona.
Yeah. Okay. And also I would like to also give thanks to our volunteers who are not here. So we have 2 volunteers. One of them is from the outside, as in they are not from the community, and the other volunteer is from the Congolese community. And they've been trying to give their time and help out our women, which has been great to see. And the other volunteer is actually a man, so it's actually great to see a man from the Congolese community supporting Congolese women, so it's really great. Maman, if you don't mind, can you come? Maman is one of the women that comes to us sewing, and she's been really amazing. She makes mandazi for everyone on the day. She's been really good, so thank you. If you would like to say just something like why you go to the project and how it's making you feel.
So I would like ningependa nishukuru ba volunteer wako na kusaidia. Umwa volunteer sio wa community na wengine wale ni wa kutokea Congolese community na umwani wa Congolese community na mwingine ni papa moya mwenye na tusaidia. So you can see that hata wanaume wanapenda sina wanamke tupande tukue na skills ya kuimprove. So tunakaribisha mama Ani na anaendaka kwa hii programu ya kushona na iko najifunza. So atashare na mwe kwa jua nini alianzaka kwenda kwa programu na ni nini yenyewe alishajifunza kwa hii programu.
Hello. Yes. Na mimi naweza kufurahi kusema juu ya mambo ya masomo ya kujifunza kushona. Kama sisi wa mama mimi naona ni kazi nzuri, ni kazi ya mikono. Juu tuko tunadepanse sana franga juu ya kushonesha mangua. Unaweza kupeleka nguo kwa taer, inafanya mwaka, inafanya miezi na usharipa. Niliona na mimi wakati ile programu ilitoka, niliona ni akira mzuri. Na niliona na mimi nikajitolea na ni kweli beko wanatusaidia tukunenda na kuimprove polepole. Naona ni mzuri kusupport hii community. Asante.
Do you want to say? I can translate what she said. Okay, yeah.
So I'm just going to say what Mama Ani said. Basically, she joined the program because as mothers, as women, we understand how pricey it is to get our clothes done. So instead of paying someone else to do it for you, why don't you go and learn the skills so that you can be able to do it for yourself and save money? And as she said, she has learned a lot of skills and she's continued learning, and she hopes that one day she'll just be able to make clothes for herself. And I'm sure a lot of women in this room can benefit from this program. Imagine being able to make your own clothes. Like if you have an event the next day, you're making it tonight. You don't have to wait 2 months, 1 year in order for your clothes to be done. So I will encourage each and every one of you to join the program. Let's go, let's learn, so we can give back to the community as a collective.
Yeah, I think that's all I have to share. And I think I would just like everyone to clap for the women that attend this project because they put so much effort in this. I know it's not easy having children and having, to leave them at home and coming out, but you guys have been trying so hard. Every week you show us that women can do it all, and we are really proud to have you as our mothers and as our shangazis and as our everything. So thank you to everyone that comes to the project.
So tuambie sasa.
Music, yeah.
mosala kotongo baninga utakala koina bato koluka mpasi ya bana baninga naboyi koloba na bino soki nalobi na memi ngambo nabangi liso ya nzambe epekisa motema mabe naboyi kotonga bato soki natongi na memi ngambo nabangi liso ya nzambe epekisa kotonga mabe bino baluki makambo mosala kotongo baninga utakala koina bato koluka mpasi ya bana baninga lusunga yaka mosala kotongo baninga utakala koina bato koluka mpasi ya bana baninga naboyi koloba na bino soki nalobi na memi ngambo nabangi liso ya nzambe epekisa motema mabe naboyi kotonga bato soki natongi na memi ngambo nabangi liso ya nzambe epekisa kotonga mabe bino baluki makambo mosala kotongo baninga utakala koina bato koluka mpasi ya bana baninga